Before I start this video, I want it to be very, very clear. There's zero spoilers in this video. Nobody knows anything. This is just basically big community talk that's happening right now in the Dragon Ball era. Cell might be coming back to Dragon Ball, and not just come back to Dragon Ball, but being the main villain in this upcoming superhero movie. I hate that name. Super Squared Hero. It's such a tongue twister. So yeah, Cell. Now let's talk about the movie for a second. It's coming out in April. They have shown us literally nothing. There's nothing that popped out in this movie that had me go, damn! I'm hyped! Well, okay, I take that back. When we saw Gohan take his glasses off and transform in that last teaser that they showed us, like, you know, for 0.3 seconds a while back, that was cool. And we also saw Broly briefly, so he's going to be in there as well, unless that was like a flashback or something. I don't really know. For all you know, that part of the movie is a flashback. It's like, yeah, we just fought Broly, and then they kind of look back at that scene, and that's the only time we see Broly in that movie. But everything else with this movie has been so bland, where I'm just kind of like, I don't really care for it. And part of me thinks that the movie, to me, is going to be a flop. Now, let me define what I mean by that. I don't think that the movie will fail. I just personally won't care about it. So to me, I'll probably watch it once and then never again. Based on what we've seen, I want to be wrong with that. And the reason I want to be wrong with that is I want to sit down when this movie comes out in April or whenever they actually release it in the rest of the world and just be absolutely mind-blown like I was with the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Because like right now, here's the way I see it, is when they showed us Beerus, the Battle of Gods movie, every bit of like teasers that came out was hype to me. And to be fair, that was the first time that Dragon Ball was supposed to come back in a long time. So naturally, it makes sense to be excited, as I was. On top of that, we get introduced to the God Realm. We have a brand new character, Beerus, who becomes one of my favorite characters in the series. So it makes sense to be excited about that. Resurrection F, I feel like people were so split on, because either you like Frieza or you didn't. And if you didn't like Frieza, him coming back was basically like, why? And I still stand by it. It makes sense. The way the Frieza's character is, he just wants revenge. Being able to come back and have that extra shot against the Saiyans with the new form was hype. Was the form exciting? Not really. I mean, you know, we seen Cooler. I have a Cooler figure up there. We see how when Cooler transforms and he gets like the face mask, how awesome it becomes. And we're thinking like, we're gonna get that. And instead, we get Golden Frieza, which I end up liking. Again, I'm a fan of simplicity in transformations. Again, I love Kaioken, even though you might not call that a transformation, but still, I like seeing Kaioken, how simple it is with the form. I like UI sign. Again, black hair, silver eyes, aura. It's dope. I always love simplicity. So over time, I learned to actually like the golden form for Frieza. It fits. Fast forward to the next movie, Broly. We got another villain that comes back from the past Dragon Ball series, and he's badass, and they do it correctly. I never liked Broly's character in the past, but DBS Broly and how they wrote him, I was a big fan of, and I love seeing that. So now basically we got this trend where they keep, with obviously the exception of Beerus, how they keep bringing back older characters, you know, with Frieza come back and then Broly being introduced in the canon side. Can we get a perfect Cell to come back in this movie? And the answer is yes, it's possible. I mean, think about it. It's based around a Red Ribbon. It's based around Piccolo and Gohan. It's based around basically the core that made the Cell saga. You know, Red Ribbon Army obviously created Cell. You know, Gohan beat him. We're gonna get a rematch. You know, my homie Fidel, Games Cage, actually just tweeted this morning, I'm not gonna pretend like I won't pop off when I see the rematch of Cell and Gohan in 2022. And I 100% agree. You know, when I woke up this morning and I was reading all the tweets, I was thinking to myself, are they really doing this? Do I want this? Because Cell doesn't make sense to me to come back, if you think about it. Again, Frieza, he's always been all about revenge. And although I'm not the biggest fan of him come back a bajillion times, I still like him, and I feel like there's a lot of potential there in the future to really do some cool stuff. I mean, I like what's happened with the manga, even though he hasn't really been involved. But with what's happened in the manga, it's kind of tied to him, so it makes sense. There's reason to bring Frieza back. Frieza has a lot of lore and history. Cell just popped up. That man literally was a larva that was like, you know what, let me go back to the past and become perfect, and then I guess I'll host a tournament. That's Cell's story. Like, he's cool. The character design is badass, and I like the forms he went through, you know, and what he had to do to achieve that power. But once he achieved perfection and did a tournament and lost, he served his purpose, basically. And you might argue, well, Frieza served his purpose as well when he was taken out the first time, and I get it. But, like, Cell, he doesn't have, like, the lore built up where he can do a lot of stuff in the future for him. So if Cell does come back, he's probably going to, this time for sure, die and not come back. And honestly, I don't know where they're going with it. The only thing I can think about that has me kind of hyped up is the fact that we'll get this 2022 rematch of Gohan, who he is now, and Cell, who Cell becomes. Obviously, Cell's not going to come back the same strength he was, you know, when he lost to Gohan. They're probably going to bring him back or rebuild him or probably find like a backup floppy drive. They're going to be like, hey, we found this flash drive from Jiro. It's got some backed up data from Cell. Let's just go ahead and plug it in and make another one. They might do that. And then they're going to be all like, you know what? He's not strong enough. Let's make him stronger. Now, you know what I personally would love to see in this movie, and this is not going to happen, but I would love to see this movie, is I want them to make Angel 21 canon. I love 21's story. I hate the Dragon Ball Fighter story. I think it's pretty dog shit. Probably the worst stories out of any Dragon Ball game of all time. But the concept and what 21 was based around is really, really badass. Imagine that this movie, they introduced 21 in the canon side of things, you know, and I don't know how they would do it. They probably won't do it because it's very complicated, and then by now we would have seen something. Unless they're trying to like say like that surprise for us when we see the movie. But 21 comes back and she sees Jiro's plans and she makes a better Cell. Or brings Cell back. I don't know. However they do it. That would be really dope to me. I'd rather see that more than anything, you know. Comment section below. Let me ask you a cool question. Because I tweeted about this the other day. Who do you think is the best character that was added in the extended Dragon Ball universe? Now, when I say extended, I'm talking about characters that aren't necessarily canon. But they exist in like the Dragon Ball realm. So you can even think about like Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends. You got 21 from Fighters. You got Hachiak from Raging Blast. You got Hearts from Dragon Ball Heroes. Any character that was added in the extended Dragon Ball universe, who is your favorite and why? Let me know down below. The reason I asked this is because like I posted about this the other day, and it's so funny because every time I talk about this, I always get like the wrong responses. I love 21 because 21 to me is a dope character because they introduced, number one, basically more androids. But it's like they mixed androids with the Majin Buu form, which to me was badass. And I loved seeing that, you know. Seeing basically how they combined the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga into one character and they made it in a badass design. Let's be real. Angel 21 was hot. She's a cool character. It fits. It makes sense. It's really, really dope. And that's why I like her. But every time I talk about her, the first thing I always get is like, oh yeah, I bet you she didn't have boobs, you wouldn't say that. I got these tweets. People actually tweet me stuff like that. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It could have been, 21 could have been a dude, and it's still a badass character design. Like, what are you talking about? 21 is just a badass character. You're taking the concept of androids and Buu, you combine it into one. Like, who doesn't like that? It's fire. That's why I want to see more 21 in the extended universe realm. And I'm honestly shocked that we never seen 21 in, like, even Dragon Ball Heroes. I don't watch Dragon Ball Heroes, but if they ever added 21 Heroes, I will watch it frame one, just to see what happens with that. But yeah, who's your favorite character in the extended universe and why? Let me know down below. But yeah, back to the whole Cell thing. Would I be excited if I see Cell pop up? Like I said, I am not gonna lie to you. If I'm sitting there eating my popcorn, drinking my drink, and I see Cell pop up, I'm gonna be like, there's just no way they did it. And they might even be going for this. I'm not gonna talk about this movie specifically, although I feel like it's way beyond the spoiler window. But one thing I really liked about the Spider-Man movie is how they kept everything a secret. And it worked. The first time seeing that scene come together in No Way Home was just like, the entire theater was hyped. And for like the next week and a half, I loved scrolling through TikTok and seeing basically people show their reaction to the theaters when they showed those scenes. Again, I'm not gonna talk about it in case you haven't seen it, you're watching for the Blu-ray release. And if you somehow missed those spoilers, you're just not on the internet. But they might be going for that with this movie, where they're keeping everything as minimal as possible. So when we watch it all together in the theaters or in whatever format we're gonna watch it in the next couple months, we all get that shock factor, like, oh my God, they did it. Because let's be real, Dragon Ball right now, it's probably controversial to say, but I'm gonna say it, is 100% driven by nostalgia right now. I feel like, you know what, it's not even controversial. I feel like everybody will agree with that. Because think about it. Dragon Ball came out so long ago, and to this day, even before it came back, was still popular. It was still popping off. They were dropping annual games. There's a bunch of stuff in the media for it. Dragon Ball is one of the most iconic series of all time. And it being focused around nostalgia today makes sense because they're trying to aim for people who grew up with it, especially the people who grew up with it who have money now to buy all the merch and stuff like that. That's who they're targeting right now. I mean, that's why they brought back Frieza. That's why they brought back Broly. That's why they brought back Gogeta. Like, think about it. Dragon Ball is all driven by nostalgia today. And with how successful all the nostalgia has even been, I would not be surprised if the next movie ends up being Dragon Ball Super Cooler. I wouldn't be surprised if they tease Cooler in this movie. If they just randomly show like, hey guys, as a cameo, and we're all gonna be like, did nobody just see that? Did they really just do that? And that's all we get? Like, I'd be hype. So yeah. Look, man, I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with this Cell thing if this ends up being true. Again, I want to preface that nobody actually knows anything because they're being very secretive about it. The movie's around the corner. April, like literally, it's gonna be showing up in April, and we've seen nothing about it. But they keep it a secret for a reason. And I have a theory that's all going to be just because they want to keep it with the Spider-Man-esque of being like revealed in the actual theaters. And if they do it right, that'll be hype. So I mean, I guess during the week when the movie comes out, if you don't want any spoilers, just stay away from the internet because it's going to be everywhere. And honestly, let's be real, everything's going to leak probably like a week before anyways because that's how the internet is. It's so hard to like lock things up. But still, If this ends up being a situation where it is about Cell and it's Cell versus Gohan, I'd much rather get that than anything we've seen so far with this movie. Because, again, not to knock it, I don't want to knock something until I try it, but everything that came out of this movie has me basically sleeping. Like, I'm just snoring right now. But the second I see Cell, and we go back into the nostalgic factor of what made Dragon Ball, I'm gonna pop off, and I'm here for it. So yeah. So I'm gonna end the video right here. Kind of gave you everything that I wanted to talk about. If we get more discussion-worthy videos like this in the near future, I'll make a video on it, basically what I want to say. But in the meantime, I want to hear from you guys. If Cell ends up being the villain of this movie, how do you feel about that? Is this a yay or nay? Are you expecting like a golden Cell form? Is it gonna be a brand new form, or is it just gonna be a regular form imbued with like God Ki or something? I don't really know. Whatever way you think they're gonna do this character, I want you to comment down below, and let's see who's the closest person to kind of like guess that they were right or what actually happens in this movie. Because again, it's always fun to talk about these things, and I love hopping in here and discussing with you guys, and I'm gonna keep doing that in the near future, and in the future as well. But for now, this is everything that we have. So yeah, perfect Cell. Is he the perfect villain for this movie? I guess let me know down below. I mean, I couldn't do a perfect pun if we're making a video about perfect Cell, so at least I'll wait until the end to do that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I guess we'll find out more about this movie as we get closer and closer to the release of it in April. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the comment section below. Peace.